Hi everyone, welcome to your maths lesson. So this time we're continuing our unit of place value to 50, and today we're learning to represent numbers to 50. So our success criteria is read the number, identify how many tens and how many ones there are in the number, represent the tens and ones with concrete resources, so that's our Dean's, our Numicon, or if you're at home, it will be things like straws and Lego, if that's what you want to use. Draw the tens and ones and show as a part-whole model. So let's start with our fast 5 questions. And remember, you can pause between each question to give you time to jot down your answers. And then once we've done all 5 questions, we'll go over the answers together. And just as a note, let's make sure that we've got our brain focused on last term and the skills that we learned last term. So if it's a counting question, if we're counting a representation, like these pictures that we've got of the straws and the 10 frames, we can use those skills of counting in tens and then counting on. So let's remind ourselves of how to do that when we're having these questions now. Okay, so question number 1, how many? So count the straws. How many are there? Number 2, what comes next? So look at the sequence and work out which number goes here. Then question 3, which is equal to 5 tens, 50 or 15? Then number 4, what comes next? So again, look at the sequence of numbers and decide which comes next. And then number 5, how many? Looking at the 10 frames. How many counters are there? Okay, let's go through the answers then. So number 1, how many? So we know that each bundle shows 10. So we can count in tens, 10, 20, 30. And then we need to count on in ones, 31, 32, 33, 34. Did you get that answer too? Great if you did it. If you did, well done. Then number 2, what comes next? 36, 37, 38, 39. Now, if we look at the pattern of the numbers, I can see that as we count, the numbers are getting bigger, which must mean that we're counting forwards. So we're counting forwards in ones. Each time the second digit goes up by 1. So after 39 comes 40. Then number 3, which is equal to 5 tens, 50 or 15? Well, the answer is 50. Okay, because the teen numbers, that teen, remember, represents 10. All the teen numbers are 1 10 and then some ones. So this number is 15, 1 10 and 5 ones. Okay. 5 tens and 0 ones, 50. Number 4, what comes next? 32, 31, 30. Now this time, if I'm looking at the pattern, looking at the sequence, I can see that the numbers are getting smaller each time. So we must be counting backwards. So if we're counting backwards, then what number comes before 30? 32, 31, 30, 29. And then number 5, how many? So again, I can see that we've got 2 10 frames that are full and then some more. So we've got 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, well done if you got all of those right. If not, just keep practicing. Okay, so the big question today is a true or false question. Stevie says, 4 add 2 equals 42. Now, is that true or false? So I'd like you to pause the screen here and have a think. And remember that we need to also be able to explain why you think it is true or why you think it is false. Explain your reasoning. Okay, so pause here to have a go. Right, so I can tell you that is definitely false. Okay, 4 add 2 is not 42. 4 add 2 would actually be what? 4, 2, 6. So Stevie's gone very wrong, hasn't she? Now, if we look at the picture here of these cubes, we can maybe see exactly where she has gone wrong, because we can see that there are 4 10s and 2 1s, but 4 10s and 2 1s is not the same as 4 add 2, is it? No. So what should she have written down as her statement? What would make it correct? So if we know the whole number is going to be 42, then we can count in tens, can't we? 10, 20, 30, 40. So 4 tens is 40. And then we can count on 41, 42. So that was the mistake that Stevie made, wasn't it? She wrote 4 instead of 40. So is that what you managed to work out as well? Brilliant. Well done if you did. Okay. Let's see what our vocabulary is today. So we've come across lots of these words before, but let's have a little reminder. So this word here, represent, we know that means to show something. So if we're representing a number, we would show it using our different concrete resources. And digit is another word for numeral or number. So these are all digits. Then we've got tens and ones. And these are obviously pictures of deans. There are other ways that we can show tens and ones, but just as a reminder that this is what our deans look like, and 10 ones is the same as 1 10. And then partition, that means when we split a number into 2 parts, or well, it can be more than 2 parts, but in this part whole model, we're splitting 23 into 2 parts. We split it into 20 and 3. And those 2 parts, when you put them back together, it makes the whole number. Okay, so let's see what we're doing today. So we've got a picture here of some 10 frames. Now I can see that there are 2 10s and 7 1s. I'm going to put a circle around the 10s. 2 10s and 7 1s. Now I know when I'm writing a 2-digit number that the first digit is the number of 10s and the second digit is the number of 1s. So my number must be 27 because there are 2 10s and 7 1s. Now, I've also, when I've worked that out, partitioned it into its 2 parts. The first part is the 2 10s. So I'm just going to write down here first 2 10s and 7 1s equals 27. Ooh. There we go. So what is 2 10s then? Now I know I can count in tens to work it out. 2 10s is 10, 20. So one of my parts is 20. 2 10s or 20. And then the other part is the ones, so 7. So I've partitioned 27 into 20 and 7, or 2 10s and 7 1s. Okay, let's do this one together. So we have a picture of straws this time. So firstly, can you tell me how many 10s and how many 1s there are? That's right, there are 4 10s and 1 1. What number is that then? If there's 4 10s and 1 1. That's right, it's 41. 4 10s and 1 1. Now, if we're going to partition that number, 41, then I'm going to circle my 10s and circle my 1s. So the first part, can you tell me what the first part is going to be? What is 4 10s? Wrote my sentence in there as well. So 4 10s is 10, 20, 30, 40. Did you get 40? Amazing. And then what's the other part? That's right, 1. So we've partitioned 41 into 4 tens, or 40, and 1. 4 tens and 4 ones equals 41. Okay, so now it's your turn. So this time we haven't got a picture. This is time for us to represent the number. So you can do what you did last week if you like, and I saw loads of lovely pictures of different objects from around your house, around your houses that you've used to represent tens and ones. So if you like, you can do the same thing again today. So you can use some straws if you have straws at home to make your bundles of 10 and your ones, or some Lego. I saw lovely, lovely ideas last week. So continue doing that if you like, or I've also uploaded a document into the maths folder on Teams, where you'll be able to print off some pictures of tens and ones or deans that you can cut out and then use them to represent these numbers. So that's your other option today if you'd like to do that. So I've got my tens and ones ready down here, my deans, ready to go. But this is where you're going to pause the screen to have a go yourself at representing the number 38. And you can write down your sentence like we've done for the last two. So for this one, we wrote 4 tens and 1 1 equals 41. So you're going to write down however many tens and however many ones equals 38. And then represent it with your deans or with your other representations, and write your complete your part whole model to go with it as well. And then we'll come back and I'll show you and you can check to see if you've done it right. Okay, so pause the screen here to have a go at that and then come back. Okay, so in number 38, I know that the first number in a 2-digit number tells me how many tens there are. So there are 3 tens. And the second digit tells me how many ones there are. So there are 8 ones. So 3 tens and 8 ones equals 38. Now, if I'm representing that with my deans, I'm going to go down and get my 3 tens. Count with me to make sure I'm getting the right amount. 1, 2, whoops, where's that gone? 2, 3, there's my 3 tens. Now I need to get my 8 ones. Again, count with me, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And the end did well. Okay, so was this what it looked like for you when you represented your number 38? 3 tens and 8 ones. Amazing if you did. So what is 3 tens then? What number should go in here? If you haven't completed your part whole model, writing the numbers in, then do that now. If you have done it, then continue watching. So 3 tens is 10, 20, 30, isn't it? Okay, so our 3 tens is 30, and then the other part, 8 ones. So we partitioned 38 into 3 tens or 30, and then 8 ones, 8. So amazing if you got that as well. That will put you in a good place for the activity now on Teams. So if you head on over to Teams, you can download this assignment, print it off, and then fill in your part whole models. There are lots of questions like the ones that we've done today, and there's also a stretch challenge at the end where you have to cut out the different representations and sort them into groups. So have a go at that if you're thinking, oh, this is really easy today. Have a go at that activity as well, that stretch challenge. And I can't wait to have a look at the what you said, send in. Thanks everybody, I'll see you later. Bye.